Today on the show, Kevin Smith and I get psyched for Justice League.
It's literally fun.
You picked the best Batman of all time.
Maybe temporary.
And Seattle Grace turns 300.
You can do this.
This is the very first IMDb show.
So here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Carrie Doherty.
And I'm Tim Cash.
Welcome to the IMDb show.
Yes, now, since the dawn of internet time, IMDb has been the place for film and TV fans to find out everything they want to know about the shows and movies they love.
Absolutely. And now we're taking IMDb to a whole new level. Every week, we'll be diving deep into films and TV, super deep.
Right.
We'll be bringing you guys news, interviews, and recommending stuff to watch that we can't stop watching.
So, let's get into it. It's Friday, November 17th.
Yes, and Kevin Smith is on the show today.
Yes, but first, it's time for your IMDb brief.
Last week marked a milestone for the ABC drama Grey's Anatomy when it aired its 300th episode. That's 215 hours of TV. And only 3 other scripted shows currently on primetime have run longer: NCIS, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, and The Simpsons. And now in the midst of its 14th season, Grey's has done more than just teach us about ventricular fibrillation or why love is a big scary thing we can't hide from. It's added Mick to every word imaginable when giving people nicknames like McDreamy, McSteamy, McSleazy, and McYummy. And they coined a term you wish your mother had never repeated.
Stop looking at my vajayjay.
Grey's has also introduced us to amazing, lesser-known musical artists over the years with their popular and often incredibly emotional songtages. You guys know what I'm talking about. And they've given us unforgettable and often unexpected goodbyes. But I'm not going to show those clips because no one needs to see me cry so hard that I get the hiccups. And of course, we have to thank the legend behind Grey's Anatomy, Shonda Rhimes. Ugh, Shonda, I love her. Greg Berlanti and Dick Wolf had better move over because Shondaland is dominating the drama circuit right now. Not only has Shonda recently moved over to Netflix to develop new shows, she still currently has 3 shows on ABC and has 2 more in development with them. For the People, a legal drama that's set in New York, and a Grey's Anatomy spinoff about firefighters, which, if it's as McAwesome as I think it'll be, might look something like this. Would you think I was going to show you a bunch of ripped, shirtless firefighter dudes holding puppies? Come on, it's 2017.
When an actor decides to make his directorial debut, it can go one of a few ways. Some scratch the itch, and then after directing just one film, they keep it moving, like Drew Barrymore, Marlon Brando, and Eddie Murphy. Some actors turned directors stick with it and ultimately become better known for the latter. Case in point, the great Ron Howard. And then there are those mega stars who manage to achieve huge amounts of fame and success in both areas. 4-time Academy Award winner Clint Eastwood, Kevin Costner and Robert Redford, who both won Oscars for directing, and also George Clooney, Angelina Jolie, and Ben Affleck, who all have directing careers on the rise. Well, 2017 has added a few new contenders to that list. Creed star Michael B. Jordan just announced he'll be directing his first film, an adaptation of David Barclay Moore's novel, The Stars Beneath Our Feet. And given that Jordan got his start on acclaimed shows like Friday Night Lights and The Wire, and has worked with director Ryan Coogler for years now, from Fruitvale Station to the upcoming Black Panther, I'm pretty sure Jordan has been taking directorial notes throughout his career. Another actor making the leap from in front of to behind the camera is Greta Gerwig, whose acclaimed directorial debut, the semi-autobiographical film Lady Bird, is already being tipped as an Oscar contender, with great performances by Saoirse Ronan and Laurie Metcalf. But this list of actor-turned-directors would not be complete without mentioning one of the most welcome new additions to the category, Jordan Peele. His directorial debut, Get Out, was a fan favorite, my top film of the year for sure. The film killed it in the box office, grossing more than $253 million worldwide. On top of all that, Peele just announced that his company Monkey Paw will be producing the new CBS reboot of The Twilight Zone. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be seeing him back in the director's chair very soon. Today, my guest is filmmaker, actor, author, podcaster, IMDb contributor, and friend of the show, Kevin Smith. I mean, big day. Justice League is out today. What are you hoping it's going to be?
It feels like we know what we're going to get now. It feels like the DC extended universe. I don't even know if they're showing us everything in the trailers yet, because we're still seeing a lot of the trailers from a version of the movie that was just Zack Snyder by himself. But they've since brought on Avengers director and witty banter writer Joss Whedon himself, who I can't imagine they brought that dude in just to be like, let's make it darker. Sure. Let's like make it. Everyone should be more emo. No, of course he's going to throw in like, this is what worked with Avengers. That also was a team movie, and it did rather well. So hopefully they're going to deal in fun. That's what I'm looking for in the superhero movie, not the Sturm and Drang of like, your mother's name is Martha. Like that's not it. I want to feel inspired. That's why I love superheroes to this day as an old man. There are stories about people who, when the whole world is running from the worst thing that ever happened, these people run toward it.
So big question. I want to know, you might have the inside knowledge. Is Superman coming back? And if he comes back, is he coming back good Superman or bad Superman? Rogue.
I hoped he was coming back bad just because like what a great story Superman, to tell. Yeah. It's probably not going to be that. Because you can think about it. You could save a whole extra movie for that. Sure. To do Rogue Superman.
That's where you right at the end, the black suit.
I think he'll be in the black suit. Okay. The Kryptonian. Yep. That's probably what he's buried in or something. Okay. Like
so it goes without saying, you're looking forward to the Scorsese-produced Joker film.
Let me tell you something.
That's just amazing.
I have a daughter. She's 18. And I was there at her birth, and it was beautiful. And it's bullshit compared to this new movie that they're gonna make. It's smart though. Like whereas the Marvel universe is like it's all connected. And this is all one giant story, and I love that about it. It feels like DC's now reached a place where they're like, look, we can't do that. We're not gonna try doing that anymore. Probably 10 years from now, you'll hear people going like, oh, it's so old school in Marvel to connect everything, and they'll be poo-pooing it.
Can't let you go without talking about Comic Book Men. Give us one piece of trivia for the IMDb Comic Book Men trivia page.
Okay, all right, here you go. It's never the title of the show. Originally, the title was called The Secret Stash, which
I thought you were going to say Super Friends.
Where were you? Where were you when we were naming it? That would have been genius. I wanted it to be called The Secret Stash. That's what we developed it as. But AMC called it Comic Book Men. Do you know why?
No.
Most people assume because it's like, well, there's all dudes on the show. Yeah. It's not that. The show's name is an homage to a show that doesn't even exist on AMC anymore.
Called?
Mad Men. So the idea was they were like, Mad Men is about advertising people, Comic Book Men is about comic book people. So we were kind of...
I see where they're coming from.
The trickle down. But it's weird to be named after something that, you know, I love that show. This doesn't even exist anymore.
All right, Kevin Draper. You're good.
Yeah, who knew?
It's a good luck.
Who knew?
Next episode, all in suits. Okay, well, Kevin, you stick around because we're going to give you some fan questions in just a moment. But first, let's check in with Kerry.
With so much hype around the Justice League hitting theaters today, I wanted to get the real deal from the fans themselves. Are you gonna go see the Justice League?
Definitely.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being awesome, where do you think Justice League is going to fall?
Like an 8.
7.5 or 8. Probably about the same, like 7.
There's gonna be a Justice League?
2/3 of you optimistically predict that the Justice League will rate a 7 or more on IMDb. But a few of you were a little more skeptical.
I don't know what's going on with the whole DC universe, but like other than Batman, I just feel like the storylines don't make sense.
Whether you love him or hate him, no one can deny that the past decade has been filled with superhero movies. There are going to be 8 DC and Marvel movies coming out next year. Do you think that's too many? Is it not enough? Is it just the right amount?
Overkill, kinda.
It's a good thing.
There are a lot of fans out there that do want to see that stuff, so I think 8 is a perfect number.
You know how much a movie ticket is?
Like 18 bucks.
Exactly.
Marvel and DC must be doing something right, because most of you think that they're putting out the perfect number of movies to quench your superhero thirst. Which brings me to the one burning question I was dying to ask all day. Who is the best Batman?
Ben Affleck, yeah.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah. I would say Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale.
Funny-wise, I'll probably be like George Clooney, you know, with the whole nipples and everything.
I know he had nipples! That was the craziest! Over half of you think that Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Wicked pissa. All right, I love him, but he is not my top pick. No one has said Michael Keaton.
Because he wasn't the best. Michael Keaton.
Thank you. Finally.
I'm Batman.
Michael Keaton, 0%.
Michael Keaton at a 0 is an insult. And I don't know what America we live in anymore if Michael Keaton can't even get one vote.
Who's your favorite Batman? Put it out there.
And politically, of course, I'm supposed to be like Ben Affleck because I worked with him, but Michael Keaton for me is still a pretty powerful Batman.
So Kevin, a bunch of the fans were dying to know what you think about Justice League, lots of other stuff. They tweeted us some questions. Toucan Sam 4 asks, what is your honest opinion of Eisenberg's Lex Luthor?
He tried something. This is what acting is. Acting is about making choices, right? That's what they told me in film school, so I think it's true. I thought it was a brave choice. Did it always work? No.
The red capes are coming.
Because so many of us have in our minds what Lex Luthor is. And the Eisenberg approach with, you know, stuffing Jolly Ranchers into people's mouths and
that was a creepy, creepy moment.
But I found it interesting. I wasn't like, this blows.
Alright, so Jack Martin 578 asked, do you think there should have been solo movies for Aquaman and Flash before Justice League?
No, I don't think so. Look, wonderful characters. But any of them enough to like make mom get off the couch?
Aquaman, maybe.
Yeah, if she saw that, she might. No, she'd be like, his hair, he looks like a tough little tiger. She wouldn't be into that. So
well, one thing is for sure, you're going to see Justice League. Yeah. So are you, and so am I.
And the only question is whether I come out going like, or if I come out going like, all right, well, next.
Speaking of watching,
wow, how'd you do that?
Maybe we should talk about our weekend watch list.
Yes, we should.
What are you guys watching this weekend?
Well, I mean, clearly I'm watching Justice League this weekend. It's not a toss-up between Justice League and Punisher.
Frank Castle's back. The Punisher.
Punisher drops on Netflix. So
best trailer for a TV show ever, hands down.
Yeah, I know a lot of people made hay about like, oh, Marvel's dropping Punisher the same weekend as Justice League. One doesn't cannibalize the other. Exactly.
All right, Tim, what are you watching this weekend?
This weekend, I'm going to be watching Roman J. Israel, Denzel Washington's new movie.
I'm sorry, why are the sisters standing and the brothers sitting?
That's gendered and sexist.
What about you? What are you watching this weekend?
I will be watching Lady Dynamite Season 2.
What kind of upside down world am I living in? Is this a Season 2 of Stranger Things?
Right.
Maria Bamford. I love Maria Bamford. She's so funny. I've been a big fan of hers for a long time.
Kevin Smith, thank you so much for being here. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. And right now, this week's Trailer.
A rabbit! Hello. Run! Come on!
It's showtime!
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
What is that, blood in there? Yeah. It's gonna be extra.
Oh, it's so much worse.